everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Tomb of Annihilation, Part 9. Today is May 24th, 2020, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these shows. Which, of course, if you would like to go back and peruse through, we are available anywhere where audiocasts are made available for free, as well as on YouTube at youtube.com/indooradventures. And if you already support us on YouTube, Twitch, audiocasts, and are looking for other free things to enjoy, consider checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/indooradventures. We post our after show called Nights in the Courtyard up there, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other, and it is currently being made available for free, which with Patreon changing up the way that they tax people for what they give to the channel, hey, it makes it a lot easier on you guys, because I'm technically not giving you anything, I'm just posting it there for your listening pleasure. Now, if you already support us on Patreon, you already support us everywhere else, and you're thinking to yourself, man, oh man, I wish that there was even more ways that we could support the Indoor Adventures. Hey, guess what? If you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we have t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got shower curtains, we got throw pillows, we got pretty much everything except the nunchucks. I don't think that I was able to get those through QA, but starting tomorrow, because I haven't updated the pattern yet, we're also going to be having face masks. So if you want to have the symbol of Tiamat where your mouth is supposed to be, Cyberwolf has offered up the design for that. So we're going to be getting some sweet Tiamat praising masks that you can then get through the store as well. You know, cool things for these trying times. And hey, guess what? Did you know? I know that my intro is long, but you want to know what is also long? The amount of times that we have introduced this show. Get out of here, RJ. I saw what you were about to do, you nasty, nasty, nasty man. But hey, we got 500 followers on Twitch, and I think that's really cool. So we are having a giveaway where you can check it out in either the link to the side or the link below. That ends tomorrow. If you win, it is a raffle style prize, but if you are the first pick in said raffle, you will win an 11-piece dice set from our dear friends at Die Hard Dice, or if you are the second pick in the raffle, you will get a 7-piece dice set. Normally I show off what colors and interesting things like that. However, because of the nature of what's going on outside my very window, you can pick the colors and I will just pay for it. So it's like a gift that you can pat yourself on the back with. Just pick whatever color you want. Or if you just give me a basis, like I want dice for this character or this theme, I can pick the dice for you if you're that kind of indecisive person. And speaking of being indecisive, I know it's going on tonight, but we have been contacted by our dear friend Babars, who was the creator of the Power Outage RPG, to help promote the Shelter in Play package on DriveThru RPG. What that means is that it is a collection of independent RPG creators that have thrown together a huge bundle worth roughly around $170 for the low, low price of $10 instead. So if you're thinking about trying a new system other than Dungeons & Dragons, pick something from there. Let us know how you liked it. And of course, all of the money that ends up getting spent on the DriveThru RPG sale goes directly to charity. So that's always a cool thing that I like to support. And that is it for my mega spiel. We did it. And with that in mind, hey RJ, who are you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, and I'll be playing Hassan, the Yuan T Cleric Druid.
Hello, I'm LBHackEmUp, and I'll be playing RinRin, the monk tabaxi. I do have to say that I picked up that bundle, what does it stay and play?
The Shelter in Play.
Shelter in Play bundle. It's so good. There's like an activity book and a coloring book in there too. It's like amazing. So do it.
I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Baz the Drow Rogue.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be playing as Teshvael, Mark of Shadow Elven Paladin.
And I'm Tyler. I will be the DM tonight, and let's start with the recap. Last time, Hassan's handsome Hellraisers finally arrived at Firefinger with a grisly reminder of the evils of the Terrafolk. Although it was revealed Azaka has a particular dislike for heights, with the party's resolute support, they climbed. Now, near the precipice, they've rescued a captive Aarakocra named Racket and make their final preparations. Will they be able to survive an encounter at the peak? Find out on the Indoor Adventure Presents The Tomb of Annihilation. You guys are in a stuffy, smoky room, a low fire crackling. 3 Terrafolk bodies already lay at your feet, and Hassan has subdued one and I think is holding it prisoner in the corner. Baz just introduced our new Aarakocran friend, Racket. He is a deaf bird, and he looks in rough shape. I'm pretty sure either RinRin or Teshvael asked if he could fight, and he probably said, "Yeah, I can fight." But then doing so, he felt the rope burns on his hands, and instead said, "Well, I can still help. I went to medical school." And I want to help you guys. The leader of the Terrafolk up there, he took my cloak from me, and I would really like it back. Also, Teshvael gave him a trail ration, which he devoured. But here you are, just below the final level of Firefinger, a healthy 200-something feet above the ground. And what would you like to do?
So we don't have very many supplies, I guess. Does Racket have a weapon?
He does not. He is dressed in trousers and trousers alone. He has been stripped of all of his gear.
Do you have something to fight with?
He shrugs and puts up his dukes.
Here. I'm going to pass off my club.
Ooh, a club. He'll practice with the weight. And though it's not the normal implement he would fight with, he gives you a reassuring bird smile, which is just, them opening their mouth very dumbly.
Would we be able to take a short rest here?
If you would like to. A short rest by the rules is an hour, and I know a lot of people, for the sake of keeping games running, will shorten that, but I'm going to make you stick to an hour short rest. It is around midnight at this point. There is a thunderstorm going on outside, and it is raining heavily.
I would ask Azaka if that's a good idea.
To take a short rest?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we've alerted them or not, is the problem. And she'll look at Baz, who did shoot a gun in a small, confined space. She is also kind of plastered up against the far wall of this cave next to Hassan and his captive Terrafolk.
2 things. We've tied up the Terrafolk.
Cool.
Second thing, are there any other entrances to this place besides the giant hole in the wall?
There is the giant hole in the wall that you came in through, and then Baz will probably relay at the far end where he found Racket. There is another chimney going up, and from that position, he can tell us that goes outside.
If we barricade the door to the chimney over there, I think we'd have at least one point of entrance covered.
Racket will say that there isn't a door.
Now it's like a beaded curtain sort of dealie.
There's nothing.
I was kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's up to you. I could use a bit of a refresher. before we engage a bit more.
Maybe someone should check. Says.
I can go check.
Azaka.
I can climb up there.
That is probably a good idea, but be stealthy.
RinRin,
Yes?
before you go, I could assist you in this if you would like.
Sure. Are you good at climbing too?
No, but I'm good at making people disappear.
Are you going to make me invisible?
Yes, actually. It's a very educated guess.
Thank you. What do I do?
Well, and Tesh will move aside his chainmail so that way you can just see this very intricate birthmark that's on the side of his neck. It would almost look like a tattoo of some design if it were not just part of him. And he says all you need to do is reach out and touch it.
RinRin does so.
Racket says that's what she said.
And when you do, it's like the discoloration on Tesh's skin just pulses, and as it does with this kind of rippling effect, your form just ripples with it, and for the next hour you are invisible.
She like looks at her hand, but she can't see her hand. She like moves it around and kind of touches herself, and she's like, "Can you see me?"
No, but I know that you're there because I'm focusing on the spell.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, wish me luck. I'll go over and attempt to climb.
Kyber be with you always.
And with your spirit.
This chimney, like many of the others, is kind of like a little bit of turns and whatnot, but there are plenty of handholds, and with your natural climb speed, you have no problem climbing up. Though, do make me a stealth check at advantage.
Ooh, shit. Stealth is 24.
Okay, cool. You climb up here, and as you get further and further up, the rain is more direct. You see the flashes of light and in the roiling clouds above you, and you emerge on a flat surface. There are a couple tumble down rocks and bushes around this entrance, so you think you could reasonably get two or three people here concealed in these bushes.
Okay.
And kind of like periscoping around, you see you are not more than 5 feet from the edge of this surface. It is very sheer and close by where this lets out. The surface itself is probably saying 40 feet across both directions would be generous, because looking around, the sides are pretty precarious. It looks like it would be unsafe to stand near the edges. And then on the north side, a tower stands 30 feet in the air. It is old and crumbly, and at the top of it is a bright fire burning furiously. And that illuminates this entire area. And at the base of this tower is a doorway, and through the doorway you can see several of those terrafolk picking away at some bones or some fresh kill.
Okay. I'm invisible. RinRin's
Yes.
confident. We're gonna move in more.
Okay, cool. Where would you like to move to?
The tower you said is 30 feet tall?
Yep.
I'm gonna climb the tower from the outside,
Okay.
but on the side where there's a ledge, so it's not just a straight drop down.
Yeah, so the south and west sides of this tower are not like pushed up
Yeah.
against the edge of the Firefinger itself.
Cool.
There are several windows going
Mhm.
around this tower.
Cool.
How high would you like to climb?
I would like to climb until I can see the stuff.
The stuff.
Yeah,
stuff that you guys are
the stuff that has been taken.
Okay. As you get about 15 to 20 feet up, you can actually feel the heat of that flame. And you think that if you get any closer, it would burn you. But you can look through a window, and it is kind of packed with these creatures. You count at least 8. And resting in the corner is one of them with a gruesome looking scar starting from right over the eye and then just going all the way down its body to its waist. And around its neck is tied a cloak that is probably far too small for it. And resting next to this guy is a wooden chest with a lock on it.
So there's 8 there. There was a couple downstairs.
I mean, it's pretty much hollow all the way inside. There's a few ledges, but they're falling apart. So total, you can count 8 just hunkered down in different corners of this tower.
Cool. I'm gonna climb back down.
Okay.
And I'm all the way back to my friends.
Meanwhile, is there any discussion going on?
Well, if they have taken notice of us, we don't have very much time. And if they haven't, then... Well, I still don't think that this one has very much time left. And, like, a nod over towards the Terrafolk.
Right.
If you're going to do anything regarding that guy, you probably should do it now.
Well, it's actually very simple. We just need to know if they know that we're here. We have until RinRin comes back, because if we kill again in front of that sweet child, I'm pretty sure that she'll die.
Baz, last week you had mentioned that you would do translations for Racket.
Yes.
Because he can't hear. So are you just translating pretty much everything that everyone's saying as the discussion's going on?
Yeah, anything that he can't catch as far as lip reading goes, he's just signing for him the entire time.
I think he probably puts more attention on your signing than reading people's lips.
Okay. That makes sense. Beak.
He'll say it's probably best to just get rid of them. There's nothing good that these things know.
And if they were alerted to our presence, I think a subjugation force would have been sent down here earlier.
Well, not many of them come down here anyway. Not that I've noticed.
Then a short
Hassan,
rest it is.
Hassan shrugs and grabs the bindings of the rope and starts walking towards the edge.
I think Racket will step aside and oh, okay.
He's going to turn so Racket can read his lips. Who am I to deny the children their meal? And he'll drop them off the edge.
Children? He'll say questioningly.
Spiders.
Spiders? Even more questioningly?
Oh, there's spiders down there. There's spiders everywhere if you think about it.
Apparently you swallow a spider every time you go to sleep.
I don't like that.
That's what my mum told me.
Is that why I wake up and my mouth feels funny?
You've been blessed by the Spider Queen.
Rebellious child.
After you drop him off, there's a moment where Racket's thinking, and then he says or signs, not that I'm complaining, but what are you guys doing here anyway?
Oh, we need to find Azaka's mask.
Yes, family heirloom.
Yeah, she's our guide, and She's going to waive a fee if we help her find this mask.
Oh.
So it's awful lucky for you, actually.
Awfully lucky.
Never would have come here.
What are you doing on a Cholt to begin with, then?
I explain the death curse.
Oh, he says, signs. I think it's about this point that RinRin comes back.
I'll walk over to now Daza. Nope.
Not Azza.
Who?
What?
Baz.
Dairy Queen!
You make me sad. I'll walk over to Tesh and like stand next to him since he knows where I am. I did the thing.
And Tesh says, "Are you ready to be seen?"
Hold on.
Notice me, Hassan.
I'm gonna go over to Baz, and I'm going to like flick his hair.
Also,
Okay.
RinRin, there's one less Terrafolk in here.
I've got a pretty good passive perception, do I notice?
I mean, you notice her flick your hair. You don't. It's a random flicking of your hair out of nowhere.
Just uncontrollable giggles.
Yeah, funny.
And lowers concentration on the invisibility.
Racket is surprised by a sudden cat reappearing.
Hello.
How goes the top side?
It goes good. Oh, sorry. Yes, there's so you go up and there is a like a bush that people could hide in, but there's kind of like a sheer cliff. But there's a little bit of space, and then there's the tower that's about 30 feet tall, but there's a bunch of fire at the top of it, which is really hot, so I didn't go all the way up. There's about 8 terrafolk inside, and one of them has a very large scar, and he's wearing the cloak.
What cloak?
His cloak.
My cloak.
So what you're
Can-
saying is, we need to kill that guy.
Well, I mean, we need to get it. He has a chest probably full of a bunch of junk. Stuff,
Fortunately
sorry.
for you,
Stuff.
I'm a professional assassin. And if I can get the drop on him, I could probably drop him.
There's like 7 other ones around there.
That sounds like a problem for after that.
Well, as the proverb goes, you cut off the head of the snake, the rest of the body will follow.
Tesh looks at his shield with a hydra on it and thinks to himself, "That's not right.
Hydras
cut
are
off
not
the head
snakes.
and 2 more will appear."
We used to say you kill the spider and the web's not as much of a problem.
Everyone grew up in a very dangerous place, didn't they?
What? No.
What?
A jolt!
Well, this place is fine. We just lived up in trees. Racket,
Yes.
can your cloak do anything powerful or magical?
It's not how that's not how it works.
He's reading my lips.
Yeah, he's reading my hands.
Oh.
He's kind of a little beside himself with laughter. He finds that endearing. It's like, yes, it can.
What?
It is a cloak of protection, a gift from my aunt. She was always worried that I'm, too soft, that I can't take care of myself, but I can. And he kind of just...
I don't know what can that do? Does anyone know?
It protects mechanically. Plus
I
one
know
to-
what it can do.
Yeah, okay. He'll be like,
I'm not as sweet and innocent as my character.
yeah, he'll be like, it protects.
So it's going to be harder to kill him?
Maybe.
But does it attack?
I mean, he sure does.
Well, before we assault this Terrafolk, I believe I could help you, Baz, in your endeavor to drop this fool, as they say.
Oh, shoot, can you turn me invisible too?
No, but I could bless you.
But I didn't
But he
sneeze!
says Rocket at the exact same time that you do.
You see Hassan walk over to the edge and then just... I'm coming home, mama.
Rep this shit on that.
I'm coming for you now, Desert. I don't know why I'm saying it in your voice.
Azaka will say, as much as I think dropping this fool will help, the others may not still surrender. There is a pecking order. Sorry for the pun.
Yeah.
What did it
Still.
look like in there?
It was a big room. Very circular.
Convenient
nature.
stairs for us non-flying?
No.
Or what?
No.
It was mostly just tumble down rocks. There probably was a level or two in there before, but nothing sturdy anymore.
Well,
There's nothing sturdy in there anymore.
if that's the case, I will try and draw as much attention to myself as I can. Hopefully, the blessing still works and I don't find myself hurtling several hundred feet to a very, very terrible stop. But if I do fall, at least it won't be so bad.
You are still blessed from Sajin Abaza, no?
I believe so, but it is running very, very close
Yeah,
to
no.
the end from what I recall.
Baz flips through his day planner and he's like, yeah, you're probably fine.
On the off chance that I'm not, we should still at least find ourselves in a situation where we can't be as easily picked up and thrown asunder.
All right. He walks over to that hole in the ceiling and he's like, so this, does this chimney go all the way up there?
Kind of. We get to the end and there's kind of like a 5 foot and then like a cliff.
All right. Well, you could probably just hop down the chimney if they're coming for you. Be like a jackrabbit and a hawk. Things that I know about.
How about you start this off and lead them back down here? We fight in these corridors.
Me?
At least
I can run very quickly. Why don't I go? Plus, I can get up there and down without
Shouldn't
being.
go alone though.
But
I
I'm
was
fast.
I was thinking since Baz has the ranged option, he should pop out, fire, jump back down.
I can throw
Slide.
things too.
Slide
We
down the
don't-
chimney.
We don't know if this is everyone. If we send out Baz and start picking them off, they might send out scouting units. But we know that there are 8 there currently. We don't know if they have reinforcements or other friends. This might not be all of them.
Right. So I think maybe a surprise attack would be best. What if, can we lock them into that room?
I don't
There's no
That's-
door.
Yeah, there was no. You didn't see a door on that.
Right,
building.
but maybe someone can lock them in the room. Plus there's windows. Wait, okay, this plan is not coming together.
If Azaka and I stand in front of the exits, then yes, we can lock down a room.
Hey,
Right,
this
but
might be a
there's
funny
windows.
question, but why is it on fire?
That is a good question, Baz. You're very smart. Why is
Why
it on
else?
fire?
Why else would they call it Firefinger?
Well,
But did the name precede it?
It's like the chicken and the egg.
Well, going back to my history lessons when I first got here, these were like old Chultan towers, like signal towers. It's a magical flame up there.
Ah.
Oh.
See, everybody's always asking which came first, the spider or the egg, but nobody ever asks why the spider laid an egg.
The answer is the dragon came first. Kyber came first and made both of those things. Your question is solved and incredibly easy.
I'm not discussing theology with you.
Right, so these things, how are we going to take them out?
I have a rapier.
No, I know that, but I don't want anyone to get... What if we all tie ourselves together?
And
So
then we all get picked up together.
That's true, too. Can we all put them all to sleep? Do you guys know how to do that?
I do not. I know how to get them sent to a permanent sleep, but not like a nap.
Same
However,
hat.
What if we can't tie all of ourselves together, but myself and Baz have the ability to resist the fall, as it were. So, what if we each tied ourselves off to someone, not a full group, but if, say, it was myself and Hassan, or myself and RinRin, or Azaka.
Azaka holds tight to the rope that she's already tied to Daz with.
Raquette, you still good for flying?
He has a broken wing.
Oh.
I don't want to test it.
Okay, we'll keep you in the wings.
Hassan,
Hmm.
if you were to be plucked by one of these creatures, is there a way that you could turn yourself into something small and then just come back to us before they reach a ledge?
Well, if you haven't noticed, I have the ability to transform into all sorts of animals.
So think small. Would it be possible?
Yes.
You got any big magic left?
Me?
I'm talking to both of you. They're all grouped up together.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve. I could...
Listen, my specialty is sneaking up on people and then shooting them before they know that they're dead. That's what I can contribute to this situation.
All right. Well, how about Azaka and Baz, myself and RinRin, Hassan and Racket? I don't know who would be able to help Racket, unless Racket you felt safer here, and we will just come back for you.
I can stay hidden, but still help.
I like your optimism. Does this seem amenable?
Sorry, what am I doing?
You're going to tie yourself to me,
Okay.
and then we are all going to go in small groups to where we need to, fighting these creatures in such a fashion that if one of us ends up getting plucked, yeeted, then they are at least with somebody who can make the situation easier.
Okay. I can help myself if I fall too. I'm very good landing on my feet.
We are several hundred feet up.
No, I'm not saying like from way up here. I'm just saying in general.
Oh. Hey, Tyler, I forgot to ask. How do you feel about Unearth Arcana spells?
I have nothing against them. Why? Are you talking about for your level up?
Just to cast it. I saw a cool one pop up.
Okay. I'm down. Do it. We're already playing with a little bit of homebrew, so Unearth Arcana sounds good.
I've got a gun.
He's got a gun. You are able to spend a long rest. I'm assuming you're having this conversation.
Short rest or long
Short rest.
Okay.
Short rest.
I was like, a long rest? Hot damn!
Hot damn, I can do a lot with a long rest.
During which Racket settles down next to the low fire and kind of warms himself up, watching you guys discuss your tactics.
RinRin looks around. Where did the other guy go? Didn't we have someone tied up?
Zahn takes a draw from his pipe. I let him go.
Aren't you worried he's going to go
tossed
tell
him
his
outside.
friends?
It's just like a silence of all of them. Just like, how do I explain this? No, Hassan already said that one.
You let him go. I mean, Racket will sign. He tossed him outside.
His
RinRin,
career is taking a downward direction.
RinRin, you're familiar with the laws of the jungle. Motions towards the hole leading out to the jungle.
Did you guys kill him?
I
No.
did nothing.
No!
Did not kill him.
The ground did that.
Gravity in the ground killed him.
Asa.
Or if he survived, the spiders probably killed him.
RinRin disapproves of this, but she doesn't push it further. Thank you, Racket, for telling me outright.
Listen, you've got to feed the spiders.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Gotta.
Well, so we all know whose group is going with whom.
Right.
So how do we do this? There are two ways, I'm assuming, up to the top. We can either take the stairs up, right? There was the exit that we were on that continued to
exit-
lead up.
The hole that led into this cave, normally on the outside you saw there were ladders. There were no ladders hanging down from the precipice.
Gotcha. Okay.
It seems that there's only one way to the top other than flying.
So, RinRin could go up the chimney and drop us a rope.
Mm.
Do you have enough rope to tie people together and then also do that?
I have at least 50 feet of rope.
I've got
But
50
I too have at least 50.
Okay.
I think we each have 50 feet of rope.
And Baz is already tying him and Azaka together, so
Yeah.
Tesh can use his to tie to RinRin, right? And Hassan can use his to as a way to easily climb the chimney.
How good was Azaka's stealth?
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Decent. It is still as you guys take your short rest, the storm seems to settle a little bit. It is still raining outside.
Perfect.
And I'm sorry, we're going up into like a roofed area.
No, it is a flat surface with no roof, and then
Okay.
just a tower with a fire roof.
You're telling me the roof is on fire?
The roof is on fire.
Do we
Alright.
need any water?
No, let it burn.
Hmm.
This is a great conversation, guys. Thank you.
Uh,
Marching order. Who would like to go first?
RinRin has to go first, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then it would be Tesh because Tesh and RinRin are tied.
Okay. RinRin takes a rope up and hangs it down,
Yep.
kind of quietly tying it to the ground there. Go ahead and roll.
I'll
me-
time it with the lightning
Yeah,
and
with
thunder.
the Shawshank Redemption it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll a stealth check with advantage
Why is that an advantage?
because it is still storming outside
Okay, cool.
and it is nighttime.
Okay. How's the 13?
Okay.
I rolled a 1 almost every time I've rolled. So, RinRin dice.
You climb and attach a rope at the top. However, what is the distance you're putting between you on the ropes you're tying to each other?
30 feet?
I would say that how high up is the chimney entrance?
It is 60 feet.
So if anything, we would wait to tie ourselves off until we got closer to where we could feasibly do it.
Cool. So you could send RinRin up. She hammers it in, comes back down. You guys begin your preparations. And
Well,
then
I
go
was
up,
gonna say RinRin goes up, ties it in,
and then you climb up and
and
tie yourself
then
off
we
to her.
tie.
Okay.
So that way there's not an awkward stacking situation.
By the way,
Cool.
we're making harnesses.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's not just like a
absolutely. It's
loop
not
around
just
the
you're
waist.
just
Okay.
not tying it around your waist. I think you guys are all experienced enough adventurers that you know not to do that to yourselves. Cool. So if you send RinRin up to help with the climbing apparatus, Tesh, go ahead and roll your stealth check with advantage.
Would that have been flat because I wear chainmail?
It would be flat because you
Okay.
wear a chainmail.
Sounds good. So that means I got a... God, yes. I got a 17.
Okay.
As part of the Mark of Shadow Elf, whenever I roll any, like, several particular stats, one of them being stealth, I get to add a d4 onto the roll. I got a 4, so thankfully that 13 was way better.
Okay, good job. 17 total. You join RinRin up at the top. It seems like the movement has settled down inside this tower, but they are still active within. And you are hiding in the bushes at the lip of this natural chimney. And Tesh being up here, you can see that it is just a sheer drop down to the valley below. Who is coming up next?
Baz is gonna want to be up there almost as quickly as he can.
Cool. Azaka will follow.
Okay. You wanna?
As you are about to go up, Racket is going to tap you on the shoulder and say, thank you again. I'll stay hidden, but take this. And he is going to cast Shield of Faith on you.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you. I've never
That
felt
is 10
I'm
minutes.
invincible!
You have plus 2 to AC for 10 minutes. Good luck.
During the time that he's been waiting for the ropes to come down, be ready and everything, he's poisoned an arrow with some of his serpent venom.
Short bow, right?
Short bow, yes.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter. You can put an arrow in either.
He's gonna have all of his weapons at the ready, and he's just going full on assassin mode. I think he'll even pull on his mask, and he'll say, "Thanks."
It's toothy grin of a
basilisk,
creature, of a basilisk,
a reptilian creature. This abalone mask, abalone.
Sure. Go ahead. Roll your stealth check.
All right, it's just a flat stealth, yeah.
It is nighttime and raining, so advantage for you.
Ooh, okay, 26.
Cool. Azaka follows you close behind, but as you get to the top, there is not enough room for you guys to hide in these bushes, all four of you. So Azaka's kind of in the tunnel waiting for you guys to spread out.
Okay. Baz will keep an eye on the door with his arrow knocked and ready to go.
Cool. Hassan, you are below with Racket.
He'll look at Racket's broken wing, shrug, and then start climbing first.
Good luck. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check at advantage.
16.
All right. Again, you're gonna have to wait below Azaka as it's kind of crowded up there. So what we have right now is Tesh, RinRin, and Baz at the top, crouched in the bushes next to the lip of the chimney. They have not seemed to notice you.
Shield of Faith.
Baz will sign to the group that he's going in.
They don't understand.
I know, but this is why he knows sign language.
Yeah,
so he's gonna creep forward, like a shadow.
Cool. It is 10 feet from the hole to the doorway, and you are able to get up to the doorway and peer within. I'm assuming you're going to be in the doorway on the left or westmost side, which is further from the. Let me put it this way. What is your intent with getting to the doorway?
He's going to find his target and eliminate it.
Okay. You can be on on the right or left side of the doorway. On the left side, you know from RinRin's description that your target is in the back left corner.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have good view of him unless you silhouetted yourself in the doorway.
He'll go
If
on
you
the
go
right
on the
side.
right
Then.
side, you can see him, but you are close to the edge.
I've got a rope around me and I also have Featherfall.
Okay. When you make your way out, Azaka will climb up into the bushes as well and stand at the ready with her longbow.
Baz was trained victory or death. Let's do this.
All right. He is an assassin. You go ahead, roll your attack. You are hidden at advantage.
Right. So, at advantage, Elven accuracy. Let's do this! Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
All right. And my assassin ability is that it's treated as critical hit.
Yep.
If it hits. So
he has to make a save against your poison, right?
yes, it's a DC 11.
Con save.
Yes, please.
He got a 10. Good job.
Okay.
It's a fail, I think.
That is a fail.
That is a fail.
So first of all, I'm going to do my short bow damage.
Oh wait, no. He has a +1, so it's 11.
Oh, okay.
Still
So
a fail,
it
isn't
makes it.
I thought it was 12. With
It's
the
meter
DC for
B.
poison.
It's 11.
It's
Sorry.
meter B. It's
Awesome.
11.
All right. So it's going to be 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh god. All right. Exciting. Okay. Here comes my sneak attack damage.
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot of sixes. 6, 12, 18, 19 sneak attack damage.
Nice.
And then the poison damage, of which he will take half.
Okay.
4. That is already halved. It was
Okay.
9, now it's 4. Just double checking that I've got everything here. Yeah. Surprise is critical hit. Sneak attack. I think that's everything.
All right. This does not kill him outright. And he howls in pain and yells, "Intruders!" Or, in a raspy, terrifying voice. So roll initiative. Since that is, I'm going to say that's your turn on the surprise round. Everyone else still has a surprise round.
Okay.
18.
Nice. What is your
15.
dex? 15?
My dex
No,
is
no.
my
ahead.
dex is 14, sorry.
What did you get for your
15.
15? Okay. And Baz?
9.
Oof. Well, that's a good thing.
He's never rolled good initiative.
And Tesh?
19.
Nice. Nope, your name is not Azaka. Your name is Tesh. Silly.
It could be. If she's available.
Fair enough. Cool. So at the top of the round, Racket, who is just below Hassan, will hear the yell and say to you all, or he'll sign, not that any of you can understand, but the three of you who are, or actually it's Hassan, Azaka, and RinRin. He's going to, oh shit, actually he can't. Oh, wait, no, it's not concentration. He'll cast Aid on you.
Nice.
For the next 8 hours, your hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5. And he is going to lie in wait inside the tunnel. Tesh.
Beautiful. He is going to just stand up and begin casually walking across. Rapier out, shield up.
Okay.
And he feels super at home. It is dark.
It is dark. It is raining.
It is raining. And I think he would call out to them, saying like, I'm right here, ripe for the picking. So why don't everyone just come on out and greet? Or like, where's the welcoming party? I think that's what he would say.
It is 10 feet to the door, and then another 5 feet inside is where two of these creatures will snap their heads and look at you.
How many of them can I see within 30 feet?
You can only see two in the doorway.
All right.
And you cannot see the one that Baz just shot.
Then they need to make wisdom saves.
Cool.
As I channel divinity.
One got a 14, the other got a 2.
All right. Well, the one who rolled a 2 fails and is frightened for the next minute.
All right, and that's disadvantage on all attack rolls. Correct?
Yes, and they cannot. It's disadvantage on all ability checks made against me, as well as they cannot move closer towards me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Tesh's head just sort of swivels. The weakest one of the lot.
Okay, good. I like it. I don't. Why are you like this?
And he will get close to that one. That's it.
Cool. Will you go into the doorway?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So right through the doorway, the one on your right is frightened of you, and you can see inside there are like bats, a bunch of them hanging in different positions. Hassan, you were 10 feet down, and Azaka is ahead of you. Oh, no, Azaka is on the lip because Baz got out, so you are 5 feet down, and you are the next. There is space for you to exit out there.
Cool. He will clamber up and position himself like a little bit to the left. Can I see into the room?
Tesh is blocking most of the doorway, but you can still see two in the room.
Can I see the dude? I can't see the dude that
no
thing hit. Shrugs. He's going to, since there is a meat wall in front of him, cast Moonbeam on the one that Tesh is not looking at.
Okay. Yeah, inside the room on the far side. What does Moonbeam do?
Moonbeam. A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flame that causes searing pain, and it must make a con save. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a success. A shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also inadvertently reverts to its original form.
Cool. So remind me the Constitution saving throws.
DC 13. But
okay. On its turn.
Its turn.
I'm assuming you move kind of like 5 feet to the left of this
to make space. Yeah,
make space and to not be so close to the edge. Cool. I'm gonna put you on my map here. Next, the surprise condition, they cannot take any move or actions, correct? And then after
they cannot
turn,
make any actions or reactions until it has been their turn in the surprise initiative order.
Yeah, basically the only thing that they can do during the first round is a reaction, and only after their turn is over.
Cool. So one of them is going to have to roll a Constitution saving throw. He only gets a 6, so go ahead, roll the damage for the Moonbeam.
10 points of radiant damage.
Oof. Owie. RinRin.
None of them are close to me, right? They're all still in the building?
They're all still in the building.
Okie dokie. I'm going to throw some darts at their faces.
Cool. Tesh is standing in the doorway, so he's giving them both half cover.
And where is okay, so I'm attached to Tesh, so I'll move over next to Tesh, so we're both blocking the doorway.
Yeah,
And throw them?
you can kind of stand
Yeah.
behind him in the doorway, and you'll be able to see fully in the room.
Mhm.
Both the one that Baz has already attacked, plus these two, and looking up, you can see all the rest of them too.
Solid. I'm gonna try and aim for the one with the scars.
Cool. Go ahead.
Ooh. Okay, that's 18 and 22
Cool.
for
both hit.
my 2 attacks. That is
And your 2 attacks. It's action
14.
bonus action, right?
nope. I can take 2 attacks per action now.
Ah. But
Mhm.
you
Wait.
haven't leveled up to 5 yet, right?
Yeah, we haven't leveled up to 5.
Shit.
Not until
just get the
after
1.
this encounter.
Yes, that is my action and my bonus action.
Okay. Bonus action attacks without 2 weapon fighting, ranged attack. Somebody who rules low.
Oh, that's true. Hold on.
What
Let me
was
think.
what was the question?
Can I attack twice with a ranged weapon?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, because it's a attack and an offhand.
Yeah.
With throwing
You
weapons.
can do the same thing with daggers.
Right.
then
I just don't add my
what's the-
proficiency.
Yeah,
Right?
which you already
Yeah, to the
rolled
second one.
like 20?
Well, I rolled that. Then it would be a 17 and a.
Actually, I think you roll your proficiency, you just don't add your damage.
Right.
to
You
the-
don't add your
You don't add your
Ability
ability modifier
modifier.
to the damage.
Okay, so yes, they both hit. That would be 6 plus 4, 12 damage total.
Okay. That doesn't look good for that guy.
And I hiss at them.
Your ears like go flat.
Yeah, like the Baldur's Gate thing.
Is there a thunderstorm now? Is there lightning?
I mean, yeah, as you guys are attacking, the lightning is in the distance, but it's still like illuminating everything in a very thematic way.
We're all slick with rain, and every now and then there's just a flash of light.
Azaka is going to ready an attack on the first one that flies out. This guy is surprised. This guy is surprised. This guy has to roll a Constitution saving throw. Does a 14 make your moonbeam?
Yeah, it does, but he's still taking half.
Cool. Roll it.
Oh, no, that's just not fair. I rolled 2 zeros, so that's 20, so 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Ouchie. Baz, you took your action. These guys don't go. Tesh.
I'd like to hide though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Where would you like to hide?
Can I possibly is there anywhere to hide inside the structure?
No, it is
Okay.
well lit up inside. You
Neck.
could move back next to the hole in the brush there, and hide amongst those bushes.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
My work is done here. Roll.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
At advantage still or no?
No,
Up
flat.
10.
You are super well hidden. I promise. Racket will not do anything. Tesh.
Tesh is going to look at the one that he knows is afraid of him and just say, "Don't worry. Your death will serve a greater purpose." And he's going to attack him.
All right. Go ahead.
Attack. Hey. Not fucking bad. That is an 18.
Cool, that hits.
Okay. They are going to take max damage for 11.
All right.
And that's it.
What else?
That's it.
All right. Tesh.
Cool.
Oh,
I
not
get a
Tesh.
stab
Hassan.
again.
Hassan.
Hassan is going to cast Shillelagh on his cane and probably post up next to Azaka.
Okay. Cool.
Wait, question. Would I be able to move out of the doorway to allow my party members into this area?
RinRin's behind you, but you can move through her space to move out of the doorway.
Can I?
And
Well,
she'll
I mean,
be-
like, could I move further in?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. I would
Um,
much rather do that and allow people to actually get inside this thing.
I will say it's pretty crowded with these three guys at the base of this. So if you move further to the left, one of them is going to get tax of opportunity against you, but
Bring
it's the
it.
one it's the one that is afraid of you. So at disadvantage.
Yes.
Doesn't frighten go away if you attack them, or
No.
is that just separate from the paladin
That's
thing?
charm.
That's charm. Okay, cool.
Now they're still afraid of me, and I stabbed them.
Yeah, that sucks. Cool. That is going to be not enough with a 19.
No.
Fuck.
You move out of the way.
Yeah. So other people can get in here.
Cool. Hassan, you cast Shillelagh and are standing ready next to Azaka, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Are you readying an attack?
Well, my act. Oh, I have a bonus, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll start. Go ahead.
No, I forgot that Shillelagh is an action.
That's a bonus.
Oh, it's a bonus action. So
The cool thing about it is bonus, and then you can whack somebody with it.
Right.
I guess I will ready an attack
Okay.
to bop whoever in the face comes through the door that's an enemy.
All right. This one is going to get away from Tesh because it is frightened of you, and it is going to fly straight up and out a window. And unfortunately, that is going to get it attacked by Azaka, who will miss, and it is now flying around about 30 feet out. This one starts its turn in the moonbeam, so it has to make a con saving throw for not enough. Go ahead, roll your damage.
Inexplicably high. 14.
Ooh, it doesn't like that. It is going to leave that area, which unfortunately gets an attack of opportunity from Tesh as it flies upwards.
That's fine.
Okay. It is also going to fly out of a window. RinRin, there are still 5 of them above you. They have all finally roused themselves and are looking ready to fly away. And then the one that you've already attacked a few times.
Is he up in the air as well?
He is not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go for him. I'm gonna lunge
Okay.
at him.
Cool. Go ahead.
Do it, thanks. Oh, 17 again and an 11.
All right. The 11 won't hit, but the 17 will. Go ahead and roll damage and then tell me how you kill him.
That's max damage, so 8. RinRin moves forward into the room and like kicks off one of the walls and just like claws at him, kind of like matching the scar he already has.
Right.
And as she does, she kind of like stops her claw at the cloak and starts to untie it as he's falling.
Kind of like nick a jugular, and as
Yeah.
he's like bleeding out.
Oh,
and
no,
dying.
the blood.
Oh gosh. All right. Anything else on your turn? You have the cloak now.
I have the cloak. I put on the cloak
Is
with a
it
flourish.
It's attunement, I think.
It's attunement. Yeah, it just looks nice.
Okay, it just looks nice. There's a lovely blue cloak, and only a little bit of blood on it. A lot of old blood, like old dried blood on it, though. Azaka, you are going to take another shot. All right. That is going to hit, and you are going to... Cool. He is dead. Rip in peace, leader of the Terrafolk. I bet you don't like that. One by one, they start taking off inside and leaving the confines. Another one has to make a Constitution saving throw and gets a 13. Does that save against yours? The moonbeam.
It meets.
Cool. Yeah, we just said make is good, so half damage.
And come on, stop spinning dice. 15 halved is 7.
7? Yeah. All right, and he takes off. Baz, you are hidden next to Azaka. There are already 4 terrafolk kind of flying in circles around you, about 30 feet out.
Right. I'm gonna. Is there any that like seem to be flying like they're injured?
Oh shoot! I actually forgot to make attacks with those guys.
Don't worry, I'll stand by.
Stand by, because it was just 2 that went before you. The first 2 had to use all their movement to get out of there. They're going to start hucking spears, so
Shoot.
javelins rather. One against Hassan, one against Azaka. So that's a 16 against Hassan.
Meets.
So it would be half damage. He nat 20s against Azaka, who just takes a spear to the gut and stands fast.
She's a werewolf. She'll be fine.
Yeah, she's a lycanthrope. She's fine.
It's not a silver javelin.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's not a silver javelin.
So only 3 piercing damage against Hassan.
So, is that already halved?
Yes, that is already halved. Those 2 already attacked, so Baz, it is your turn. There are 4.
Surely a 10 was not enough to hide from these guys.
Oh, no, you are not hidden.
Okay. I will try and pinpoint one that looks injured. In lieu of that, I'll just pick a random one. 15.
15 will hit.
All right. Franklin is just not happy today. It's gonna
Bad
be
day for
7
Frankie.
piercing damage.
7. One of them, like a bomber in World War II, falls out of the sky.
Catches an arrow under its wing and just like starts spinning. And explodes.
More inside are going to take to the skies.
I'm gonna run and hide again. Sorry.
Oh yeah, please do. So by these bushes, you can't hide again. You could cross the plateau, get 30 feet away from Azaka, and there are some bushes on the far side of the platform.
Oh yeah. 23.
Awesome. All right, there are 3 in the sky now as they take off. RinRin, you were in the doorway, right? No, you ran all the way inside. I think before they leave, 2 are going to chuck spears at you, RinRin. So a 14 and a 15. Which don't hit.
Both miss.
Yeah. And another
I
one
just
takes this guy.
Oh,
and,
can I throw one? Can I catch it and throw it back?
Can you do that yet? Is that
Deflect
quick
missiles
level
is level 3, I think.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I thought you had
Does
to
it
get
have to
hit
hit
with
me?
Yeah, it has
Oh,
to
no one
I
hit.
think
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Hit me.
All right. They throw spears down and then take off outside, and then another one takes off outside and throws a spear at Hassan for a 22.
Nah, too high.
Okay. Well, that's too bad because he was going to do 7 piercing damage.
And
Tesh, it has cleared out in here.
Start looking around for the treasure bin.
There is a chest. RinRin's pretty much standing right on top of it.
I'll just go over and pat RinRin on the back. Good job. You did great out there.
I don't think we're done yet.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. He's just going to kick the chest open.
It is locked.
Oh.
You kick the chest expecting it to flip open, and it has a rattling lock on it.
Normally that works.
And surprise, it's a mimic. No, I'm just kidding.
Does it look well made, like the chest itself?
No.
I'll attack the chest.
Okay, roll an attack on the chest.
I am going to assume that a 7 does not hit the chest.
No, it does not hit the chest. You stick your rapier into the chest. You're like, that usually works.
Well, I am perplexed. He's just kind of like standing, hands on his hips, looking down at this chest.
The rest of us are getting dive bombed outside.
Not yet. Meanwhile, Hassan, you're outside. Next to Azaka. What would you like to do?
Do I see the one that's been constantly being harassed by the moonbeam?
The one that you saw getting harassed by the moonbeam, who looked the most hurt, just like a World War II bomber, fell out of the sky.
Okay.
Another one looks pretty hurt as well, kind of seared and scarred.
He's going to flip his cane between his fingers and then point at that one. You see the moonbeam stop for a second and then pulse down on top of him.
Okay, so you move the moonbeam to him flying around.
Yeah, when it starts on his turn, he's going to take the damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's going to try and
It's like a
head
spotlight.
inside.
Chunk. Yeah,
Right here.
It's my mental image for this fight.
And then I get on my anti-air gun and would Terrafolk be considered paratroopers though?
No.
Only
Because,
if they've got
Fuck out of
parachutes.
here.
On
We have to
Oh, no,
launch a
there's-
moonbeam on the other side, so that way it is managed to like stay in its equilibrium.
They wouldn't be paratroopers, they'd be terratroopers.
That's the joke I thought you made.
The P is silent.
Get out.
My husband, everybody.
These two are tied together. On this one's turn, he is going to dive at you, at Hassan. And these first two attacks are going to be a beak and a claw for a 17 and a 12. No, yeah, 12.
12 does not hit, the 17 does.
Okay, 17. The beak does this much. Take 9 piercing, and you are frightened of this Terrafolk. And now it is going to try and grapple you.
That's the
you ha-
terror part.
You have disadvantage on this because you are frightened of it. So roll your strength or athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Bye, everybody. 10.
Okay, it got a 20. So you are grappled. It used 30 feet of movement to come grab you, and now it's going to use 20 feet of movement to start flying 10 feet away. Azaka, you are the only one next to him, so you're going to try and swipe at it as he's flying closer to the edge.
What does it look like when Hassan is frightened?
His
Oh, no.
eyelidless eyes just get a little bit wider.
I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
Nothing happens. You just start hearing the sound of a rattle.
10
From
feet
nowhere.
in a perpendicular direction is going to start you on the path trajectory to be dangling over the edge. You are
Great.
not quite dangling over the edge, but you are close. RinRin.
He's tied to someone, right?
Hassan? Oh, no. We'll just turn into a small animal. It'll be fine.
He's not tied to anyone?
No, he was never tied
And
to
I can't
anyone.
even see this.
You cannot
Fuck!
see this.
We are tied together? Isn't this chest just baffling?
Everyone's out of this room, right?
It's just
There are no Terrafolk. It's just you and Tesh.
Right,
and
right.
He's
So-
failing miserably at opening a chest.
Right. Tesh, we have to go back outside. Then she's going to like run out there.
You just hear a "Fuck!"
Based on Tesh's position, you go to the door. And you see
I'm gonna
Hassan.
run to the door.
You run to the door. You're not like these scary guys. You
Uh-huh.
you run to the door, and you see Hassan being lifted off the ground. What would you like to do?
How far away is he from me?
He is 20 feet away from you.
Okay. And how much movement did I take to get?
15.
Cool, solid. I'm gonna get him.
Okay. So
I'm
describe.
gonna hardcore parkour to jump onto this thing.
All right. You start hardcore parkouring, and the 30 feet of rope tugs.
Ooh, that's uncomfortable.
And as you jump up to snatch Hassan just out of your reach, you're tugged.
What?
I will yank on the rope very hard as well, as hard as 11. Strength will let me.
Yes, I know. The thing that which we
Get
seek
out
is right
here!
here. I will. Give me 6 seconds.
You are still out of reach of Hassan and this terror folk. What would you like to
Can
do?
I ready an action to try and catch him if he falls within my
Absolutely.
reach?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are in a position where you are below him, and he is right near the edge. So you are standing right near the edge. You
Cool.
can feel the soft earth at the top of this thing kind of crumbling beneath your feet.
Cool.
Azaka, you swiped out to get an attack of opportunity on this thing. So you're going to have to pick up your bow and try and shoot again. That doesn't make it, Azaka. Cool. On this one's turn, it goes before Baz. There is a fresh target outside in RinRin. Yes?
I'm hidden, but
yes.
Go at disadvantage.
Oh, no, he's not coming after you. He doesn't know who you are. But he did see RinRin kill his buddy. So he's coming at RinRin.
Sorry.
Those don't hit. Not 1 and a 7. But the third one, he is going to try and grapple you. Actually, no, he's only going to try and shove you. You do not have disadvantage, but a athletics check.
Athletics?
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Sorry, I had to have a moment with my dice. That's an 18.
Okay, he got a 19. You are
shit.
shoved 5 feet, and this loose gravel beneath you gives away as you fall, but again, tug on this rope as you are kind of just right near on the edge, about to fall.
Dash! Don't come out here, Stinker! Back up! Back up!
You are sending mixed signals!
This one is going to go for Azaka. That one misses, but a 19 hit, or sorry, 20 something hits. Azaka is scared, so this is going to be contested strength checks as it tries to pick Azaka up. It got a 19. Azaka at disadvantage got a 7. So Azaka is grappled and, like Hassan, is being lifted up. She does not like this, and Baz, because of the distance between you, you feel the rope go taut. It is your turn, Baz.
How far is Hassan from me?
He is 35 feet away and then 5 feet up in the air.
Oh, just an extra 5 feet away. I can dash as a bonus action.
You can dash as a bonus action.
Here's the thing. the time that I spend not attacking these things is more time of them being alive and being a pain for us.
Mm-hmm.
However, Hassan is not tied to anyone right now.
No.
So next round, he's definitely getting dropped, right? That would be bad.
That'd be bad.
That'd be bad. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stand up out of the bushes. And you guys can't see his face because he's still wearing his mask. And he just kind of like stands there for a second. He kind of wiggles his hands a little bit, smacks himself in the face, and then he's gonna go like he's gonna do a rugby run straight at RinRin. And he's gonna use his movement and his bonus to dash and basically like run at RinRin whilst she's still like, you know, over here. And he'll shout, "RinRin, keep up!" And I imagine at the last second she puts her hands together and gives him the last boost. And he's gonna try and grab Hassan.
I mean, I don't think Hassan's going to stop you from grabbing him. Otherwise, it would be a grapple check.
Isn't Baz tied to Azaka?
Yes, but Azaka's on this side with you.
Ah, okay.
Although Azaka did just get picked up as well.
Yeah. And didn't they move?
Yes.
I've got Featherfall on me. She's tied to me. I need to get Hassan connected to somebody with Featherfall.
You don't realize the question that I'm asking.
What?
Hey, Tyler, does the rope go taut?
Hmm?
Does the rope
No,
go taut as she's getting boosted?
Baz went the distance towards the rope. So
okay.
the resistance that Azaka was actually getting against this thing flying away is no more. So Azaka gets lifted as Baz sprints across.
I just imagine Kip up.
You just want to see me get yanked like a chihuahua at the end of a leash.
No, that already
I want to
happened
see
That
Baz
happened to
eat
me.
You grapple Hassan. That would be your action. Cool. There are 3 guys out here, 3 more, and they are going to be circling around. And let's see. This one has you. So one shoved RinRin. One's gonna. Who to attack next? I think one is going to try and attack RinRin as she is in her falling throws. One is going to kind of latch on to Hassan and Baz and split some attacks between those two. And one is going to attack Azaka. So RinRin, these attacks are going against you. A 15, 14, and a 7. So none of those hit. Baz, these 2 are against you. A 17 and a 4.
Don't
Does
forget
the
your
17
shield
hit?
of faith.
But you have Shield of Faith.
The 17 still hits though.
Okay.
Just need a little bit of faith.
You are frightened of this one as it is pecking at you
Ah!
for 10 damage.
Ah!
And 1 bite against the sun.
You mean half of my hit points? Oh no!
Yeah. For a 21.
Mm-hmm.
For 11 damage. And then against Azaka, but she'll have resistance. Let's just see if she's frightened of this one too. She is. Raquette. Things are not going good, buddy. You still have a spell slot or 2 left. You are using your concentration. And you still got your cantrips as well. So you're going to toll the dead. The one holding Hassan. And it takes a d12 of damage. Come on, d12, where you at? and it just barely is alive. Tesh, buddy.
I'm going to like pull RinRin in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just what are you doing out there? We came for the treasure, clearly.
You pull RinRin 5 feet, and she stabilizes back up on the ledge.
He's going to like look out the door and see the shenanigans currently unfolding. Also for Toll the Dead, did you roll 2d12s? Or wait, no, because it was injured, right?
It's a D12.
It's a D12 if it's injured.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm going to...
Actually, before you go, the ones that attacked RinRin, Baz, and Hassan only go the 30 feet to attack and then break off, back out. So you all get attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
Nice.
So sorry if you wanted to.
I would love to.
Lisa, thank you. 15.
Me too.
Yeah, absolutely, Hassan. 15 that hits.
I'm gonna drop my short bow and watch it go flying into the abyss.
That goes. Goodbye, short bow.
It's gone. That short bow's gone forever. I'm gonna
6.
draw my scary combat knife. Natural 1.
18.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead, roll your Shalala damage.
Sorry. How much is that? 7 and 5. 7 and 3. 10 points of bludgeoning.
Nice. And they break out and are flying in a pattern. Still only like 10 feet away from you guys. Tesh, sorry. You were doing something cool.
So I see that there is one currently on Hassan, and then Baz is on Hassan, and
Yes.
they're above solid ground?
They are above the edge. And that one is looking pretty worse for wear.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can this thing continue flying while supporting the weight of 2 people?
It's struggling,
Okay.
but we'll
just
find
checking.
out on its turn.
Oh boy.
I'm going to take a javelin
Mm-hmm.
and hurl it towards the one that Hassan and Baz... God, this seems like such a bad idea, but I'm going to do it.
Do it.
That was much better than I thought that it was going to be. Hey. So that is a modified 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that is for max damage, 7.
Okay. You hurl this javelin, and like a javelin missile against a flying something, it pierces right
Goes
through its
up
chest.
first and then down.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't come at me. Don't at me. You pierce it and you see it go limp while holding Hassan.
While it's going limp, I just turn immediately back around. Now, about this chest.
This is the one that frightened Hassan, right?
I'm not frightened by it
The
anymore.
the one that got hit. It is not frightened. He's not frightened of it anymore.
Cool. Just checking.
Was this the one that was holding them?
Yes.
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 They are now plummeting?
Well, on Hassan's turn,
Well, I was holding an action.
you were to catch him if he fell.
Yes.
And Baz is
Look.
holding on to him,
Mhm.
and by this grip, you guys are falling 60 feet per turn. Correct? For the fall.
Let me look up what feather fall is.
60 feet per round.
Can I snag them back onto the ledge or like to catch the ledge at all?
Yeah, so you can go ahead and roll an athletics check or acrobatics to snatch them.
That's a 24.
Okay.
The math leaves me at like 11 o'clock.
God.
You get tugged forward. There was one that had just shoved you, and he's still in front of you. and you reach back and snag Hassan's hand as he's falling, and are just barely able to hold on.
Tesh gets tugged like 5 feet this way.
It's tugged a little bit.
Why is this happening?
Well, he had pulled 5 feet in, and now that gets let out again as he's turning his attention back. He feels the tug again. He's like, I'm trying to open this chest.
We had a quest, a heroic quest to retrieve a mask that's probably in this chest, and you're all monkeying about out there.
So there's this epic action scene happening outside, and like she gets pulled forward again, like and then like I imagine it cuts to the interior, and Tesh is all like, "All right, now it's time to go and look at this chest again," and I am getting dragged back outside.
Dash, pull us back up. We're falling.
That was RinRin's ready to action. Hassan, you have been caught. You are dangling on the edge in RinRin's grasp.
Oh, I'm here too.
And Baz is latched onto you like a child.
Can I use half my movement to carefully pick my way back to safety?
Yes, you can pull yourself using RinRin as support. Pull yourself back onto the ledge, and there are 2 terrafolk standing in front of you. Well, there's 1 terrafolk standing in front of you, and Azaka is being lifted away by another.
Is she over the fucking ground? Is she over ground or?
She is over the ledge as you were.
I mean, she could tank the fall.
I mean, she could totally tank the entire fall. She's a big, tough girl.
She's a big, tough girl. But we can't tank any falls, so I'm going to... Okay. Here's the world. It is round.
It's round.
Pretty
I'm
nice
going
place,
to
right?
drop my spirit totem onto the ground, pinging the Boros, so everyone's going to get some healing. I'm going to tap myself with a Cure Wounds at level 2 for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 healing. That's 16 damage. Whoops.
Don't do that to yourself.
Don't do that. 12 plus 16. Everybody also heals 3. Let me see. What? Sure, every choice also in the order also regains hit points equal to your druid level. So everyone else heals 3 on my big AoE heal turn.
Does that
cool.
include your extra like cleric healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the unicorn spirit does not apply to the circle of life, just my healing spells overall.
That's fine.
You're fine.
It's
Walk
fine.
it off. I'm going to point the moonbeam over on top of Azaka and the terrafolk.
What does that do to...
Shape changers revert to their original form, and they can't. And they make the save at disadvantage.
Its true form is humanoid,
Yeah.
So nothing happens.
but it makes a save at disadvantage.
Yeah. On the start of their turns.
Okay, cool.
So-
right.
So theoretically, if the terrafolk goes before her,
Right.
it'll
and it
die and
drops
drop
there.
her, and she won't take the damage.
Exactly. Thematically, it's casting a shadow over her.
Or wait, no. I could angle it so that it just hits the terrafolk.
You could
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna do that.
fucking turn it like a laser, just like
Again, spotlights in World War II. It's the rate of Britain, y'all. All right, that will be the beginning of its turn. RinRin, there is 1 in front of you.
I would like to kick it.
I would like to kick the baby.
I'm gonna take action. My action to attack it. That's a 19. See, math goes out the door. Math 100% goes out the door for 5 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use.
Oh, you are frightened of this one.
It's a
Oh,
disadvantage.
so
for
I can't.
attacks.
Oh, okay.
You have to make them at disadvantage.
The other one was higher. This one was higher.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm going to use a key point to. Oh yeah, I can't do that yet. I guess I'm gonna flurry of blows. So I'm gonna do 2 more attacks on it at disadvantage.
Awesome. Both at disadvantage.
Am I if I'm prone, is that
You are not prone. You were able to successfully catch him, so you have
Okay.
been. You are
Not
upright.
Okay, cool. So that's 11 on that one, and 22 on the second.
Cool. The
Even
11
with-
misses. The 22 hits.
That's 8 damage on that one.
All right, and every bit helps.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
thanks. That was so condescending.
Oh, look at you with your 8 damage. How nice. That was very significant. Azaka, oof, you are not happy. Your longbow has been dropped a long time ago, and you are slashing out at this thing above you. You angled the moonbeam away from our good friend Azaka.
Mm-hmm.
Wah, 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 wah.
Womp womp.
That is 9, 10, and then she got a 13 on the next one. Okay. Like a boss, she myrtleizes the one holding her. Unlike a boss, she begins to fall. And she needs to make a saving throw to not tumble and subsequently pull Baz with her. Athletics. Okay. Her athletics is 3, so she gets a 16. She snags the edge. This one is dead. This one is in front of RinRin and Hassan. RinRin, you are frightened of it. It's going to shove you. So
That's what I have to say about that.
acrobatics at disadvantage.
A dirty 20.
Okay. Good, because it rolled bad too. So it tries to shove you, fails, and then it is going to attack both you and Hassan once.
RinRin's only fear is losing her friends.
That's
Fair enough.
true.
For a 16 against you, RinRin, and a 15 versus Hassan.
Misses.
Misses.
Look at you guys. With the power of friendship, anything can happen. And it is going to take off. So both of you get attacks of opportunity. You haven't used your reactions yet this turn.
Yeah,
Right.
boy.
Yeah, boy.
This is the one that's I'm frightened of?
Yes. So you have disadvantage on it.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Wah, wah, wah.
Did you get a nat 20 on your attack of opportunity?
Yes, boy.
Oh boy.
8 and 3 is 11, 12, 13. And 9 is 22.
It wanted to get away. It didn't. As it brings out its wings to take off.
I imagine it tries to do the terror shriek, but Hassan takes his cane, grabs it by the handle, and shoves the point right into the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Brings it down, and then pulls it right out. That's enough of that.
Awesome. Baz, Azaka's on the edge, and you are hanging on to Hassan off the edge.
I'm gonna... I thought I was gonna be helpful here, and as it turns out, I'm the one bringing him down. I'm gonna climb up.
Okay. Half your movement to go pretty much from off the edge to back onto solid-ish ground.
That's fine. How many of these bad boys are left?
There are 3 in the sky around you.
Okay.
And Azaka is hanging off the edge.
rifle out. And I am going to try and myrtleize one of them. As best I can. Am I still frightened? Is the one that frightened me dead?
The one that frightened you is not dead.
Oh, well, when I am frightened, and I'm gonna do this with disadvantage. That being the case, I'm gonna try and wait. I can't attack the thing that I'm frightened of.
You could
can.
attack the one. Is it a disadvantage in all attacks?
Yeah, attacks
It's-
are at
It's
disadvantage when you're
disadvantage against all ability checks, and an attack is technically an ability check.
While the object of your fear is visible.
Yes.
Yep.
You're the fear
it
guy, so I'm gonna try and shoot him. I want to shoot the guy that I'm scared of.
Okay.
That's how I get
Disadvantage?
rid of my problems.
You shoot them.
Natural one.
Oof.
Oh, that's a misfire! Ah!
That is a misfire.
My
Ah!
name's Baz. I'm gonna use firearms in Chult.
I've got my trusty rifle. That's my good southern
Baz, that sounded like a misfire.
Baz.
You
Is
wanna
it
go
supposed to
make that
click
noise?
that way, Baz? I
You
thought
should
it
like
was
that.
gonna make a kaboom.
Yeah. So Baz scrambles up, starts looking like a badass, getting out his rifle, and then click. Love Saint Shiny Legs. He's just gonna drop the gun on the floor and find some bushes to scoot under.
Make an acrobatics check for your gun.
What? No! No, please, God.
You're
That's
on
Is that an ability check?
Acrobatics
as an ability check.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
at disadvantage.
Fuck you. It's a 17.
Okay.
At disadvantage?
Yes, because the other one was a natural 20.
Nice.
Quack. Your gun drops and just teeters on the edge.
God, I just imagine it just falls quack.
he throws it on the ground in anger. It teeters on the edge and he goes, ah! And then acrobatics check, flips it back towards him with his foot, and then just oh, and goes and he hides.
clicks clacks into the middle of the platform. Go ahead and hide.
The hide is a 12. Is that enough?
It meets.
Okay,
So, yes,
it's
that is
not.
enough. No?
It's meter beat for passive.
Oh, yeah,
for
passive.
perception. So
Yeah. So they have to meet. So they see you.
distressed bass noises.
Cool. It is their turn, and in synchronized formation, they're gonna come at Baz, Hassan, and RinRin. 3 attacks each. The first 2 are going to be a bite and a claw, and the last one is going to be a how do you say shove for Hassan and RinRin, and one's going to try and grapple you, Baz. So a 22 and a 21 for the attacks versus Hassan. Or sorry, Hassan.
Hits.
Yep. It's going to be 6 and 9 piercing damage.
And I'm terrified of this creature.
And it is going to make an ability check to shove you.
Cool.
Acrobatics or athletics, please.
Yep. 8.
You are shoved 5 feet, and you are going to be falling on your next turn. Same for RinRin. You do get an attack of opportunity as it leaves your space.
At disadvantage, right?
At disadvantage. Those 2 attacks will miss RinRin.
18.
18. Go ahead, roll your damage on that one.
11.
Cool. And RinRin, you are not frightened right now?
Correct.
Cool. Roll a acrobatics check.
11.
Cool. This thing tries to shove you, but you stand your ground. And you can either make a opportunity attack against the one that attacked Hassan or this one as they leave your space.
Can I make an opportunity attack at Hassan to catch him again?
No.
Because I'm leaving your space on my turn, so that's
Oh,
not
fair. Yeah, I will attack the one that shoved Hassan. Because
Okay.
that's my job.
That's your job.
That one.
Okay. And then Baz, these are 2 attacks coming at you. For a 20 and a 12.
The 20 hits, the 12 does not.
Okay.
You said the second one was going to be a grapple attack, right?
They're 3 attacks each.
Ooh, okay.
So for 8 piercing damage.
All right.
And then it is going to try and grapple you. And you have disadvantage. What'd you get?
Nat 1.
Okay.
But that's an 8.
It got a 7. So with your nat 1, you fumble and flail your way out of its grip. Wow.
I'm sorry. Just Baz can hear his mother saying, Baz, you're the only person I know who can fail yourself out of a bad situation.
Go ahead and roll an opportunity attack as it tries to leave your space.
Thanks, Mom.
At disadvantage again, of course.
Yep. 14.
That hits.
This is with not my scary knife because I put that down somewhere. I'm running out of weapons, guys. This is my other one.
Sounds like a you problem.
The last thing
5.
Hassan does before falling is admonish his party members.
5 slashing
Awesome.
damage, my friend.
All right. At the top of the round, seeing someone in danger and having just made new friends, Racket is going to scramble out of the hole and come try and grab Hassan. And let's see if he keeps his balance as he does this. He does not. But he's holding on to you, and he has wings. What's the worst that could happen? Tesh.
Hassan's surrounded by morons.
Tesh is going to
You could
pull
be surrounded by
RinRin
morons.
in by another 5 feet. And just like look over and be like, the chest, I don't...
Your friends are dying!
I'm going to attack the chest.
Okay. Roll to attack.
That is way better. Super good. 110% should probably hit. That's a 22.
Cool. Roll damage.
Awesome. That's a 7.
Okay. That breaks it. You split open this chest, and amongst the coinage and such that falls out is something wrapped in cloth.
I'll take it. Use my interact with an object and just boop.
Scoop it up.
Yep.
And there is a spattering of coinage there.
That will do us no good in Chult. I don't care.
Cool.
I'm just going to like walk over towards the doorway and look out and just, this is bad.
Everything's on fire.
This is in Community, Troy coming back with the pizzas and everything is raw.
Yes.
And that's it for his turn. He's had Shield of Faith up. No one's bothered to attack him.
Good job, Paladin. Hassan, make me an acrobatics check at disadvantage because you are frightened.
That's a nope.
What'd you get?
5.
That is a nope. Hassan, you start to fall. And holding onto you tightly, Racket starts to fall with you. And someone who could speak would probably, be reassuring you. But instead, he puts out his wings to try and arrest your descent. And it is a struggle. And your fall starts to slow, and you're getting further and further down. And then as you are getting lower and lower, you hear a sickening snap as Racket's wing breaks, and you guys fall into the trees below.
Cool. On my turn, as we're falling, I'd like to cast Cure Wounds 2nd level on myself.
Cool. Does anyone else benefit from that as you're falling?
Well, they all heal 3 at the top.
Okay, everyone at the top heals 3.
Does Racket
heal 3?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
He's within the sphere of influence.
He's back at full health, which is good. So I had predetermined how far you would fall if he catches you. So 26 bludgeoning damage as you land amongst the trees and bodies below.
Could I have positioned myself to cushion the impact for Racket?
Yes, he was on top. I will subtract 6 from him and add 6 to you.
No,
So-
I'm going to cushion his fall.
Yeah. So you take
6
more
for
damage.
Racket.
Cool.
So you take extra damage. So you take 32,
Cool. I'm down.
and he takes 20. And on the ground, kind of writhing in pain from his broken wing, he sees that you're down and casts Spare the Dying on you. You two are out of initiative. RinRin, you just watched Hassan fall.
Oh my god. Okay, so her first reaction is to yell down through this thunderstorm. He's out, and Racket can't speak. RinRin immediately thinks they're dead.
There's no one in punching range of you, so and I'm thinking you watch them fall,
Mhm.
and you do see Racket spread his wings, and I think you do see that only get them so far, and they plummet into the trees, out of sight.
Is anyone in danger of falling or falling off this right now?
Azaka's next to you, and she's holding onto the edge.
I'm gonna pull her up.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Where's Baz? Do I know where Baz is?
He rolled 12, so yes.
There's 3 of them left.
There are 3 of them circling around you, and they feel quite invigorated off of their fresh kill.
How far down is it?
To the ground,
Yeah.
300 feet.
Okay. I'm trying to think what RinRin would do in this moment.
And you are still tied to Tesh.
Yeah.
Pesh has stepped out. He's obviously holding what we came here for.
She is going to turn back with tears in her eyes. And she's gonna say, let's get out of here right now. And she starts moving towards the hole to usher people in.
All right. You are at the hole. Azaka, I think when you grabbed her, you could feel her heartbeat from a distance. It is racing, and she scrambles into the hole behind you and then has her sword out ready for anything that comes to attack. Baz.
Okay. Baz is going to collect his gun
Mm-hmm.
and his scary knife
Mm-hmm.
The short bow's gone forever.
Yeah, it's gone. Who knows if you'll
And
ever
he's
find that
going to
again.
jump into the hole.
Okay, you jump past Azaka, and you are still quite an acrobatic person, so you're able to worm your way down.
He does a baseball slide. Scoots in.
On their turn, they still feel pretty emboldened off their kill. I think 2 of them are going to go for RinRin and Azaka, and one's going to go for Tesh. So first Tesh, those won't hit, and then he's going to try and grab you for a 13.
Grab me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead, roll. It's athletics or acrobatics.
That was 15.
15?
Yeah.
Cool. He tries to grab you but fails, and then he tries to take off again.
That's all right.
So-
I'll let him fly.
All right. RinRin, did you ready any attacks?
Wouldn't it have been my action to pull her up?
Yeah, it would have been. For a 12 and a 4,
Nope.
and because you moved away from the edge, it's going to try and pick you up again. So
Okay.
grapple. For a 12, and I think you are not frightened.
Okay. Shit. 11.
Okay, you are grappled, and it starts to climb, but Azaka had an attack readied. Cool. And she actually kills it, doing 6 damage on something that had 5 health.
Dude, that's so fucking cinematic. Like RinRin's right outside the hole. She's about to go in there, and then it's like a jump scare where he jumps in and grabs her. And then fucking Azaka like overcomes her fear at the last second and just murders it.
And
Super
then
cool.
one last one against Azaka. That will hit, so she'll have disadvantage on this save. She rolls pretty good. Not kidding, that thing rolled a nat 1 on trying to pick up Azaka. So you both still get a reaction as it tries to fly away.
I'm gonna murder this bitch. That's a natural 20.
With the power of anger, you can do anything. Give in to your dark side.
I mean it's 8 damage. Me critting isn't that exciting.
I mean, still very good. There are 2 angry terrafolk left. That was their turn. And now that their numbers are diminished, they look to be flying away. But at the top of the round is Tesh.
Tesh looks back at the broken chest. Is there like anything else that seemed outlandish?
Let me check real quick. Treasure. A lot of coins, gemstones. There is a spell scroll amongst.
Would
At
I
all.
have been able to grab the spell scroll?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying you would have grabbed the spell scroll and the mask
Sweet.
that is wrapped in cloth.
Yeah. I just wanted to grab anything that was ostentatious, coinage and gems I could give a shit about.
Okay.
We're in the jungle. Who's going to accept Visa? Like, it doesn't matter. And then he's just casually walk back to the hole. Just be like, hey, we did it. Congratulations.
Baz, the Dairy Queen only accepts Amex, Baz.
Bears. I didn't bring my credit card, Bears. RinRin and Azaka, they are flying away. Do you have any parting
Oh.
shots?
RinRin's flying away?
No.
No.
Oh,
RinRin was not grabbed.
just
Or she was
Azaka and
grabbed.
Baz?
No, they're not grabbed either.
No. He was
Baz is in the
saying yeah.
There are
Oh.
2 terrafolk left, and they are flapping their ways away.
I don't
Having
care.
None damage, and
I also don't care.
We got
Okay.
what we came here for. Let them tell the story of my greatness.
We out.
all right. Go ahead, and we're out of initiative, and we're gonna take our late break.
Excellent. So, with that, I would like to say thank you to Tyler for running this game. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go in a place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to drivethrurpg.com and check out the Shelter in Play bundle. It's super cool. I would recommend it, and we will see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. Heck, we did it, everybody. We destroyed and fought off against those terra folk. Tyler, take us away.
At the top of the tower, Teshvael, you have just left the room. You are holding some items, and the terra folk swooped down and tried to attack, but a few of them flew away. Baz is in the chimney, and RinRin and Azaka are standing at the top of it. It is raining, and I think at this point, because of all the waiting around you did earlier, you can see the slight light of dawn breaking.
Well, time to go, time to go, time to go, time to go.
RinRin climbs down as quickly as she can, not really caring about the rope that's attached to her. She's probably dragging Tesh a little bit.
You could even remove yourself from the rope at this point.
Yeah, I think that once it gets taut, she just like slashes it with her claws and continues down, like not thinking about everyone else, and just tries to get to the base of this as quickly as possible.
All right. As quickly as possible, as in just moving all of your movement speed.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a significant distance to go, all the ways that you've come, but you can start making your way down. Azaka follows you into the hole, and I'm assuming, Baz, you're at the bottom of the chimney.
Yeah, he led the way. He's waiting at the bottom for everybody else to get back.
And then last to come into the third floor where the Warren was, Tesh comes in, and I think RinRin is just gone at this point by the time he gets there. RinRin,
I only
you
have
a
40
climbing
feet
speed.
of hempen rope now.
Yeah, you only have 40. You're able to reel in the rest
Sorry.
of it. And Hassan's rope is still pittened into the top of the chimney.
So Baz gets to the bottom. He waits for Azaka to go by, RinRin to go by, and then when Tesh gets up to him, he throws a fist at him.
He'll take it.
I don't know if I'm very strong. I'm not strong. It's a 12. Ineffectually, just...
I'll let you hit me.
Okay. Do you want damage? Because it's 1.
I'll take 1.
All right.
I don't think that,
Where
like...
the fuck were you?
I think he's looking directly at Baz, like, even fist in the side of his face.
Baz still has his mask on.
Yeah.
I was accomplishing the mission at all cost.
Hassan is dead!
We do not have time for your games. He might still be alive down there.
And what if he is? I understand that the two of you were friends. But with everything that's happening right now, if you're not alive, then you're not useful.
He's the only thing keeping us alive here in this jungle.
That is entirely incorrect, Baz. Or should I say basilisk? It's your name, isn't it?
That's an assassin's name.
It's a good name, is what it is. We got Azaka the mask that she needed. She will take us to Omu.
She'll actually stick out her hand now to you, seeing that you have it.
hand it to her with ease.
She'll unwrap it and check it and wrap it back up and stick it into a pouch. And she'll kind of relax a little bit at that, but she'll still be standing watching you two interact. RinRin is gone.
We can have the rest of this conversation when we're at the bottom of Firefinger. But I want you to remember something, Basilisk. You are good at what you do. And I am good at what I do. And together we can do great things. I will forgive you this aggression upon me. But remember, we are a team so long as we work together. I have my goals, you have yours. So let's be a team.
If you want to be a team, then start acting like it. He's gonna turn and walk away.
And Tesh will just smile and nod. Undo his rope harness.
The rope on the rope harness on your side. Azaka is still tied to Baz, and she will follow him. At the bottom of Firefinger, you were knocked unconscious, Hassan, when you landed, and you wake up to Racket feeding you a potion of healing. Which is what, 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
So 6 healing. And he looks at you and goes,
He'll pat himself, see if anything's like broken. Wipe off the mud, look down at Racket, sees the broken wing.
and he'll kind of like lean up against a tree, and you see that he had like dragged you a little ways into like a something where more concealed.
You see Hassan take out a dagger.
He'll back up a little bit.
And there is the sound of tearing cloth as he takes his jacket off and starts tearing it to strips.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a nat 20 on a medicine check to mend the wing.
Okay. You start tending to his wing. He winces a lot. You can tell it is pretty badly messed up. But you can. It's not necessarily mending, but you.
It's bracing it.
Yeah, you immobilize it, so kind of like tie it so that it stays in place on his back, and dress the point of the break. Kind of cleaning it off, getting the mud out of the wound, setting it into position, and then bracing it. So it's kind of, he just has one wing kind of tied around his chest.
After all that's said and done, he'll take his pipe out, light it with a what's it? What's the spell?
Druidcraft.
Druidcraft, yeah.
And he'll. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
he'll sit down next to him, turning his head so that Racket can read his lips.
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds that they made it out of there?
He'll shrug his shoulders and he'll sign something probably that makes you get the impression like 50-50.
He's going to.
He'll make a bunch of other signs, but you don't understand him.
He will take out from the bag of holding his medical ledger, flip all the way to the back, and then hand him a fountain pen.
He'll take it and start writing, if they fall, we'll find out soon.
There's a smile. I would say we should go look for them, but I don't know if the Terror folk are still up there. That would be a suicide mission.
He'll agree. He'll write down we're in no condition, or he'll write we're, and then he'll cross out we're and just put I'm in no condition to fight right now.
How far is it to your temple?
I've never walked there. Couple days.
Well, then guess we should be able to get some rest here. We'll find out if they made it out or not. I'm sure they'll come looking. If they did, if they didn't, give it about 6 seconds.
He'll chuckle as well, and kind of like lean up against the tree.
I'll pass him a good berry, and I'll take one myself.
Oh, he would love that. How much healing does that do?
1.
Okay. He's just feeling rough, bud. Hassan, what is your passive perception?
13.
Cool. Let me just check something real quick. Meanwhile, RinRin, you are scrambling quickly down. It's 240 feet, but with some slight diversions. So would you happen to know how long that would take you? Probably like a minute to like dash all the way down.
Okay.
And what is your passive?
15. 15.
All right. I'm going to say as you are making your way down on the when you exit the wolf spider cave, and you dash by them so fast that they don't even get time to skitter out of their little warrens. They like look out and then skitter back in. You get to the cave entrance, and you see a blue mist drifting down the hillside towards the base of the Firefinger. And you would know this being a native as Mad Monkey Mist.
Towards them?
Well, towards the base. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Seven.
Okay, well, luckily Racket's really bad at hiding. So you see indent in the ground and then drag marks, and can actually see like the light from Hassan's pipe. And yeah, this mist is drifting towards them. And Hassan, about at this point, you also see this blue mist start drifting through the woods.
Can you explain to me what this is?
So Mad Monkey Mist is a kind of poisonous mist that will infect whoever breathes it in or comes in contact with the mist with mad monkey fever.
Oh, boy. RinRin is going to... Am I at ground level?
You are 60 feet up at the entrance to this cave.
I will yell towards them. Get inside! There's a bad mist coming! It will hurt you! Get in quickly!
Dan's probably...
Racket doesn't hear any of this.
Right.
He'll drag Racket up kind of rough.
Ow.
And start making his way to the cave.
Okay. You can climb up. He actually will spy RinRin, and his demeanor brightens up a little bit. And you two climb up this ladder. However, I need you to make an athletics check. Athletics or acrobatics.
Ooh. 16.
Cool. You two climb up this ladder and are on this ledge 60 feet up. Just above the trees, and you see this mist rolling through.
RinRin like pulls Hassan up and just like embraces him. Whether he likes it or not.
She gets an ear scratch.
And Racket will look at you and, are you okay? Sign, are you okay? Or is everyone okay?
Thumbs up. Everyone is okay.
Okay. I'd say it takes a couple more minutes for the others to get down, especially because Azaka takes it slow. So what are you doing in the meantime?
Hassan walks over, casts Speak with Animals on himself, and taps on the little feeding time.
They say, excellent.
I have some people going up there. Would you mind would you mind avoiding them? I dropped into Bartholomew for some reason.
They'll nod their heads and be like, only the Terra folk, yes.
Only the Terra folk.
And they will, the 4 ones that you know of, and then a bunch of smaller wolf spiders will make their way out of the warren. One of them will turn back and say, we didn't fight for you. Do you want anything in return?
If the Terra folk do come back, give them my regards.
Do you give them your name? They, the one that you talked to named himself.
Yeah, he would have
Labs.
given his name.
Yeah. Okay. This is the interaction that happens. The rest of you, as you're on your way down, you pass by some spiders.
I have a pretty high wisdom.
Yes.
So a bunch of spiders running by me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
I think 2 and 2 make 1. And the connection.
So like
sparks.
Baz crouches as a bunch of spiders approach, and they all just skitter past him up the walls, and he just watches them go by. And he reaches up, takes off his mask, and kind of chuckles to himself and says, "That lucky snake."
After a few minutes, you get back down to the wolf spider warren, and the whole party is now there at the top of this ledge. It is just about sunrise, and a eerie blue mist is coating the forest at the bottom of the tower.
I have researched mad monkey fever before.
Yes.
It is a disease? Or poison?
Yes, it is a disease.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, I guess
Hassan,
we are.
How you feeling?
About a 7 out of 42.
All right, take 5 points of lay on hands.
Hell yeah.
And then...
A smooch?
Because play your cards right. I will cast Cure Wounds. And
if you do that, he'll stop your hand and redirect it over to Racket.
Fair enough.
He's still useful.
Racket will get 6 points of healing.
Yay! Thank you.
There's more than enough to go around, but I am depleted.
I'm not.
Me too.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on myself. I still have all my spell slots, by the way.
Yeah.
Hassan or Tesh looks perfect. He has like what looks like a smudge on the side
Just
of his
that
cheek.
Hashtag of
where it looks like a fist connected, but it wasn't very strong.
Good berry for you.
All right, thank you.
Son, I was so worried that you were dead. What happened?
I fell, and then I lived.
I knew you would.
Thank you for catching him, Racket.
And he'll sign. What now?
We have to wait for the mist.
Well, yes, but I need to get home and you know, kind of see that you have the cloak. He's like, my cloak.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I got a little bit of blood on it.
I think I got more on it before.
She hands it over.
He holds it and then he hugs you.
Oh, she hugs him back,
He winces a little bit, but
avoiding his wing.
yeah.
She gets up under him.
He'll carefully try and clasp that so it hangs and doesn't. It's got like little slits in the back, so it kind of hangs past his wings.
We leveled, correct?
We'll just level at the end of tonight, because you will not be running into any more encounters probably.
We should sleep here, maybe? The spiders are okay, right?
They should be fine for the time being.
We'll have to go on watches, but I assume that shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. Why don't you two sleep first? She says to Hassan and Racket.
Yes.
Baz, are you okay?
I'll take the first watch.
All by yourself?
Yeah.
I can join them. I'm feeling rather spry after our encounter.
Thank you for saving me, Tesh.
Of course, I wouldn't want anything to have happened to you, RinRin.
I'm glad we did not. I'm glad no one got really, no one died.
I knew
That was
Hassan
very
could
scary.
do it, yes.
I have contingencies.
That is concerning, but I'm going to go to sleep now because I'm very tired.
Racket's already asleep. He sat down in the entrance and just. Azaka is also. She takes a seat next to him, and also will say, "So, what now?"
Now we keep watch. You
But
said
tomorrow
that if
we will leave.
You said that if we got you this mask, you would take us to Omu.
And I will.
Well, which direction is it? And that will be the direction we go in the morning.
And this one?
Is his temple along the way? We could stand to resupply.
I've heard a story about the Erakokra. Their teacher, they call her. She can do a ritual. And to those that she'll do the ritual for those that have been particularly useful, that will give them wings. This will make getting to Omu much easier.
You hear that, Tesh? You can fly just like the dragons you love so much.
Do not jest, Hassan. This is not something to be taken lightly. But is it true?
We can ask the boy in the morning.
Then we will make for the Laughing Gorge. That is the quickest way.
Don't like that.
You have led us without air so far, Azaka. I will continue following you still.
And you have continued to be very fortuitous for me to have met.
Likewise.
Dare I say, useful.
Does that mean you like us now?
Yes, it makes I like you.
Big toothy grin.
Hassan hunkers down for the night.
RinRin will make a ball at his feet and sleep.
Baz and Tesh.
Baz has been fairly quiet aside from translating for Racket. And I imagine that like everybody starts going to bed and then like Tesh turns around to look at Baz, as they're going to be there for the first watch together. And Baz just stands there for a second and then he just takes a 180 and walks over to the wall of spider dens, and he like hops up and pulls himself into one of them, and he just crouches there with his gun. There are clicking noises as he's getting the jam out of it.
Tesh walks up. He's going to be looking for any signs of the draconic prophecy inside of these spider webs.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no on that one, baby chief.
That's all right. He's just going to look.
He's just looking.
And
A
when
shell will ring down onto him.
everyone else is asleep, he'll say in Elvish, "You like her, don't you?"
Gun clicking noises. What's it to you, Tesh?
Nothing. I would just like to say that I think you two would be cute together. So I want you to know that I'm gunning for you, as it were.
We're lucky that Hassan is alive.
We are indeed, but I had no doubt. He is crafty, you have to admit. Knowing Hassan, he would have turned himself into an incredibly large bear and just come out smoking his pipe like he always does.
He'll finish cleaning his gun and just kind of rest it on his shoulder. And he will steeple his fingers in front of him and tip his head down a little bit. His glasses do the flashing thing. Yeah, swing.
Everyone here is useful, Baz. This isn't to break things down into a utilitarian manner. This is survival at its basic. I have already experienced the loss of those that I am close to. That's how you found me. And our goals align, and I like you all. And I want to see us all get to where we need to go. When Hassan fell, you did him a disservice, thinking he was dead from just a mere fall such as that. If anything, he's the kind of individual who would use some kind of fire-like ability mid-air to rocket himself to the side of a building. He's preposterous and wonderful, and I appreciate him. Just as I appreciate you. We were able to do what we did today because of your help. You led the charge. I was merely the vanguard. But our mission was retrieve the mask and save Azaka, which is why she was tied to you. If anything happened, you would help her live, and I would make sure that RinRin stayed alive. We all played our part today, and you did splendidly.
Appreciate the feedback. Just makes me wonder. You spend so much time assessing everyone else. You ever think about how useful you are to anybody else?
Every day. I've lived a long time. What we do here, it will cause a peace that will know no end. Not just the death curse, but where I come from there is a war that has been going on for far too long. We can end it. That is how I will be useful. I will end this war, and you will all help me do so.
He just tips his head. His glasses flash again. I'll do my part. I'll watch your back.
And I will do the same with you. I want to help. And that is why I want to know. You like her, don't you?
A man like me doesn't have any business liking anyone.
And why is that?
I'm an assassin. My life for the guild.
I still see no problem with choosing who you like.
Yeah, but that's you. Starting to get the idea. A place that you come from is a lot like mine, but in some ways, it's nothing like it.
I also get this understanding from our interactions. But when it comes to matters of the heart, there are things that you can and you cannot do. In your instance, you exist in a situation where you are forced to accept what? Jobs? By those who are higher up. You do not exist in a freelancer society. So what if
Contracts.
I were to hire you?
You're going to have to go through the higher ups.
And why is that? Can we not
They
have an
process all
outstanding-
of the paperwork.
And how would I go about doing as such?
You ever heard of the menagerie?
No. What is this?
If you've never heard of them, then you've got no business talking to them.
What if I were to take you in? My family is known for, I believe, similar work as yours may be. A little bit more open-minded.
He tips his head the other way. As though this interests him.
It's quite simple. If you would pledge your allegiance to House Valarin, you don't need to follow Kyber. It's just something that we encourage. Then it is a contract-by-contract basis. And if I were to hire you as a primary member of this house, then I could set the terms of said contract to ensure that those that you care about, particularly, wouldn't fall under your harm's way under any circumstance.
This sounds all very advantageous.
I'm trying
But I
to
think
help, Baz.
But I think I'm going to wait a bit.
completely understandable. Simply would like to clear the air of any potential misgivings we may have had atop Firefinger.
Let's just leave it all behind us.
All right, then.
The rest of the morning you spend, everyone can take a long rest. I'm sure you wake somebody else up to take the next watches, and it is about midday by the time that you are ready to depart Firefinger. I assume, are you going to bring up anything you discussed the day before with Racket?
Yeah. Have Baz translate. Your matron, we heard that she can give us boons that would help us in our adventure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The ritual of the 7 winds. Why do you need it? I mean, I totally recommend it, but why?
Get around the continent a little bit faster, easier.
Okay, I can put in a good word for you. Do you want to go to my temple?
Sure.
Great. And from there, Azaka will lead the way, and you begin traveling. It'll take you, I think, 6 days to get there. The first day that you leave around midday, and coming up around evening, you spy a statue. It is a tall, imposing figure on a pedestal, and Rack will be like, "Oh, I know this one. He has a maze on his chest. It's a statue of Upteo, and he has to spell that out. If you solve the maze, he'll give you a boon."
What kind?
RinRin is keeping very close to Hassan at this point. Like almost uncomfortably close this whole day.
I think while
Like
you're traveling,
this.
yeah, like this. I think while you're traveling as well, like Racket is kind of hanging on to you guys, also because his speed is halved, so he kind of needs to use you guys as support because he's still suffering levels of exhaustion.
Put him
So
on top of Azaka, it's fine.
I think he'll like try and hold on to RinRin and Hassan or Baz. Probably end up having to hold on to Azaka. Just like that.
This maze.
Yes.
Draconic prophecy.
Ooh, very, very
This is
good
a complex
question.
fucking maze. I want to I have painter's tools proficiency.
Roll me an intelligence check.
I want to be able to understand the maze. Oof. Owie, my bones.
Oof, owie.
That's a 9. Unless I add my proficiency bonus with painter's tools.
You know what? Do it.
Okay. That's an 11. Unless it's a level 5 proficiency, and then it's 12.
I'm not going to let you get away with level 5 just yet.
That's okay.
I'll explain that in Knights. You run into a few dead ends. So what you do is you take your finger and you start at the beginning. And as you're going around this like circular maze, you run into a dead end or two, and you make it to the center. And you feel a magic imbued into you. And you receive power to cast Find the Path as a spell, as an action, no components. And once you use it, the ability goes away.
All of us, or just one person?
Just him.
Kyber's blessing upon us, friends.
Kyber's blessing indeed, as you have found the path, or you can find the path.
I'll find the path. Kyber's telling me where the path is.
So find the path. I believe you can use an action to see the shortest distance to a place that you are familiar with. So this spell allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific fixed location that you are familiar with on the same plane of existence. Is there any place that you would like to name?
The monastery.
Okay. And it's the Rackets Monastery, right? Yeah. You know how far away it is. You know it's on the way that you're traveling, but you guys are kind of seems to be paralleling a course to get somewhere, and you know it is a couple days journey away.
I'll set a course. I'll take out a compass and like point a general direction.
Azaka will look at you and say, sometimes the most direct route is not the safest. We are going to the Laughing Gorge. It's the easiest way to cross the river or Lung.
I will leave that up to you then.
Though you can double check my work. You will.
Yeah, because he can only do it the once, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Concentration up to 1 day.
Oh. I'll shift paths to the Laughing Gorge then.
Okay. And you can set your course.
Yeah.
You can rest for that night. You know, the Laughing Gorge is a day's travel away. You can rest for a night, and we will end as we approach the Laughing Gorge. So as you approach, there's a break in the trees. You approach around late afternoon, and as these trees break, you see down below you, hundreds of feet, or I think 100 feet down, a river winding lazily through some more forest down below. It is wide, it is fast moving, and it seems to have dug a significant gorge here. And then spanning from here to a couple 100 feet away, the other side is a large stone arched bridge with very lifelike statues of monkeys carved around it. And the first monkey that you see next to it sits a live monkey. And it is a cacophony of chittering and screams. And as you guys break out of the forest, the monkeys go silent, and echoing through this cavernous gorge is something mimicking a laugh. And as that fades away, it goes silent for a heartbeat before the monkeys begin chittering again. And there's where we will end.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay!
With
Okay,
that, I would like to say we have finished for this evening. Thank you to Tyler for running such a wonderful game. Where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, my name is Tyler. You can find me at Frothy Inferno on Twitter and here on the show running Tomb of Annihilation on Sundays.
Everybody, I'm RJ here on the channel, but you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes play video games, although not as much anymore. You can catch me here again tomorrow as Albergine, also for the Azamar Warlock Barbarian, as we go on a quest to find the boy in our homebrew campaign. And I believe I don't have anything else this week except next Sunday. You can catch me over at G Game Nights, where we're wrapping up our Pursuit of the Black Kestrel D&D 5th edition campaign. We're in a temple to a dragon. I'm here to purify it, dead or alive.
Oh boy, I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me at LBHackEmUp on Twitter. I am also a pillow and mother of kittens. So there's a lot of things on there that I do. I'm playing every day this week, either on my channel or on other people's channels. Tuesday and Thursday, I will mention that I'm on my channel. Tuesday afternoon, Thursday evening. Lauren likes to play horror games, so hey, that's what we're doing. Check out everything that I'm doing on Twitter. I'll retweet and let you guys know. Usually I just put a GIF as like my character, but also I'll post kitten pictures because that's what I do. DanaeKeener.com.
And speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hi everybody, I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. I play as Baz, the Drow Rogue. I'm actually going to take a level in Fighter this level, so that's going to be very exciting. Get me some of that there action surge. And I play as Coriander, the Elegant Paladin, on Mondays. I also am a pillow, but my pillow cat, the cat that uses me as a pillow, gives me very bad reviews. DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this Monday, Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sundays. We got our homebrew campaign. We got our Ghost Salt Marsh ended, so we're gonna be doing one-shots until we start up the Orrery of the Wanderer, the Acquisitions Incorporated themed adventure, but taking place in the homebrew setting of the Monday night campaign, run by our dear friend Cyberwolf. What? It's going to be great. I'm really excited to see what Connor does with my homebrew setting. So let's get to it. And speaking of getting to it, if you would like to join us for our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, the easiest way to do that is to go to patreon.com/indooradventures. We are answering all of the questions by you near and dear fans. So if you would like to, if you have anything that you're curious about and you want to ask myself, RJ, Danae, LB, Tyler, just join us on Discord, ask us that way, or go to the text box to the side and we will answer that as well. But for now, I would like to say again, thank you to Tyler for running this game. Thank you to all of us, or thank you to everybody for joining all of us on this wonderful adventure, and we'll see you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.